This video will review the typical bleeding procedures for the Promax mineral oil hydraulic disc brakes. For other brands, see our video playlist here. Brake bleeding requires a thorough technical knowledge of the braking system. If in doubt, or if your procedure is not working, contact the brake manufacturer's website for their model-specific information. It is important to always use the appropriate brake fluid for the brake being serviced. Never use a DOT fluid for brakes designed for mineral oil. Conversely, never use a mineral oil in brakes designed for a DOT fluid. Mixing fluids can cause damage to the components and lead to brake failure. Additionally, you should never share bleed kits between DOT fluids and mineral oils. You may also want to anticipate any advertent spills and drips on the floor. Dispose of any fluid in accordance with your local waste disposal authorities. Typical tools and supplies for this procedure include the BKM1 hydraulic bleed kit from Park Tool, appropriate mineral oil for the system, hex wrenches, Park Tool piston press PP 1.2 tire lever or cone wrench, clean rags, isopropyl alcohol, safety glasses, and gloves. The basic concept of bleeding hydraulic brake systems is to remove the old fluid and any air bubbles, replacing it with fresh fluid and eliminating air bubbles. We will begin by removing the wheel. Rotate the bike so there is a consistent uphill travel from the caliper to the lever. For rear brakes, the bike may need to be tilted. Lower the stand if necessary. Rotate the lever so the bleed port screw is at the highest point. Remove the brake pads from the caliper. Reset the pistons back into the caliper body. Install brake bleed blocks between the pistons. If there are dual pistons, use two. Use the pad retaining pin to hold the block, or if necessary, a rubber band or zip tie. Remove the brake caliper from the bike. Install the syringe holder above the caliper. Now prepare the syringes. For Promax, you will need both syringes included in the BKM1, pairing each with a double-ended syringe hose. Thread a hose onto each syringe. To attach the syringe to the lever or caliper, you will need the correct syringe adapter. For the Promax, you need one purple adapter, part number 2623-2, and the green adapter, part number 2625. Thread each onto the syringe hose. Fill the syringe with the green adapter 3/4 full with the appropriate brake fluid. Hold the syringe upright and pull back to clear the tubing. Now slowly and carefully push the plunger until fluid comes up to the end of the tubing. Next, we will attach the syringes to the brake system. First, remove the bleed port screw at the lever and install the empty syringe. Note, it may be necessary to remove the existing lever O-ring in order to install the empty syringe. Before removing the caliper bleed port screw, pull back a little bit at the lever syringe to create a little vacuum. This helps reduce any dripping at the caliper bleed port. Remove the caliper bleed port screw and install the syringe with fluid. Attach the syringe to the syringe holder. Begin to push fluid from the caliper syringe through the caliper, up the brake line, and up to the lever syringe. As you push at the caliper syringe, also pull a little bit at the lever syringe. This helps clear any air in the line as fluid flows from the caliper through the system to the lever syringe. Use care not to introduce air at the caliper syringe by depressing it all the way to the plunger. Now, holding the lever syringe upright to prevent air from getting into the system, push the fluid back down toward the caliper syringe. Pull back slightly at the caliper syringe at the same time. If no bubbles appear in the line, push fluid one last time from the caliper syringe up to the lever syringe. Repeat the process by pulling back a bit on the opposite syringe. If bubbles are seen at the hose, give it another cycle of fluid between the two syringes. When no bubbles are present, disconnect the syringe from the brake caliper and reinstall the brake bleed port screw. Tighten to 3 Newton meters. Remove the syringe holder. Reinstall the brake caliper to the bike, but leave the mounting bolts loose. Disconnect the syringe from the lever and reinstall the bleed port screw and its O-ring. The brake lever screw is a lighter torque, typically no more than 1 Newton meter. Test the system by pulling on the lever with force. It should feel firm. If the lever was rotated, move it back to the original position. Remove piston blocks from the caliper. Clean the caliper and lever of any fluid. Install pads. Install the wheel. Pull lever repeatedly to move the pads to the rotor. Pull and hold the lever to hold the pads against the rim and tighten the caliper bolts down. Double check alignment and adjust brake caliper to the rotor as needed. After bleeding, remove hose from syringe and remove adapters from the hose. Let the hoses drain. Make sure any hose clips are open. A little remnant mineral oil in the syringe is not an issue. Otherwise, the syringe can be taken apart to be cleaned at your discretion. Thanks for watching this repair help video from Park Tool. We're constantly adding videos and articles here on YouTube as well as our website at parktool.com. Please give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. And of course, subscribe for the latest content from Park Tool.